This is Neil Ratner Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcend and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcend, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. Richard Manuel was born on April 3, 1943. Best known as a pianist and one of the 3 lead singers in the band, Richard was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. Manuel's singing alternated between a soul-influenced baritone that drew frequent comparisons to Ray Charles and a delicate falsetto, and his piano playing was described by Ronnie Hawkins as being better than Van Cliburn. Manuel was 18 when he joined Hawkins' backing band, the Hawks. At the time, the band already consisted of 21-year-old Levon Helm on drums, 17-year-old Robbie Robertson on guitar, and 17-year-old Rick Danko on bass. 24-year-old organist Garth Hudson joined that Christmas. Robbie Robertson and Richard Manuel began to develop as serious songwriters when the group moved to Woodstock, and according to Manuel, during the conception of Big Pink, we discovered a whole vocal thing that we weren't aware that we'd even had before. And I remember listening to playbacks after the sessions of songs and thinking, I really like this stuff, and I don't have anything to compare it to, but I really like it, and I hope everybody else does. But I really think this is strong. In addition to playing piano, Richard Manuel was also a talented drummer, and as Levon Helm describes, one of the beats that he frequently used came from watching Manuel play the drums.
The first time that I noticed taking the stick off the sock cymbal and letting the backbeat fall by itself was the way Richard Manuel always played. Richard had a style that was certainly his own and very different. Richard was self-taught, so it was as comfortable for Richard to keep time with this and put his backbeat here as it was to keep time this way and put his backbeat with that hand. It didn't matter to Richard. So I actually saw Richard do like this. He would go like, and just let that backbeat hole stay wide open with nothing else hitting. You can do that, which is a lot of the things Richard would do. He would help to land it like, I see Keltner play that way, and it sounds great. I saw Richard play that way. It sounds good. Charlie might use it that way. If he does, it's his own fault. I probably copied it from Richard.
Tears of Rage, the first song on side 1 of the band's debut album, Music from Big Pink, was co-written by Richard Manuel and Bob Dylan. And according to Manuel, Bob came down to the basement with a piece of typewritten paper, and he just said, "Have you got any music for this?" I had a couple of musical moments that fit, so I just elaborated a bit, because I wasn't sure what the lyrics meant. I couldn't run upstairs and say, "What's this mean, Bob?" Okay, let's listen. With Richard Manuel on lead vocals, the band and Tears of Rage.